Hello everyone, I am Rainbow Smash, and welcome to my show. I wanted to tell you all that this editing process has been hell. I can't get any of my programs to work. It's taken me 2 days just to find programs, and I ended up just using Windows Movie Maker, which works just fine, but you know, what the frick. This is my first video, so I realize that it's going to be very crappy. There's going to be a lot of errors. I've just finished cutting out what I want to cut out. There will be a lot more videos coming. Hey baby. You got a cute little face. He's so cute. He's so cute. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first... no. This isn't how I want to do this at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm in my parents' house. I've got to be somewhat quiet. If you can't hear me, I apologize, but on headphones, they happen to work. If you can get the right kind. Originally, I was supposed to use these headphones. But these headphones don't work properly. So guess where these headphones are going? That's right back to Walmart where I got them. So I can get some of my money back, because not worth the money I spent on it. I am, for some reason, receiving messages. Stop it. This being my first video, there are going to be some severe fuck-ups, and I'm going to try my best. As is, I'm in a very tiny bedroom with a very adorable black cat that you might not be able to see. He's right here, being a cutie face. His name is Havoc, and he is a sweetheart. He's got nippies. He's got the cute little nippies. So, I cannot wait to hear all the comments about, oh, that cat has nipples, your cat has nipples, yeah. He's a fat little half bobcat piece of crap, but he's my half bobcat piece of crap, so go easy on him. God, he's fat. Anyway, for now, I don't know how to get rid of the cursor on my screen, so I do apologize. It's gonna be really annoying, but I love that when you go over crap, it just, you know, it's so, yeah, it makes noise. Unfortunately, I was inspired by a certain YouTuber that I'm not going to name verbally. He or she inspired me to start. But my webcam works just fine, it records, so I don't have to use crappy, you know, headphones that don't work. I hate them. I have currently not done anything in the game. I'm sure you're raring to get started, so I'll go ahead and get started. The end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ooh, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building
What if I
where
want
he
to
was
work in
employee
office
number
number 430?
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
That sounds
Orders
very
came to him
interesting. I
through
wonder
a
how much I
monitor
made
on
an
the
hour.
desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Huh.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Well, that seems really sad.
Was happy.
I wouldn't be happy, Stanley. I'm a
And then
tool.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no!
No one had showed up to give him instructions,
Oh no!
call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hey,
Never in all his years
I wonder what
at
they
the
were
company
downloading.
had
Must
this
have been some
happen.
porn.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
I can
he
move.
got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, I'm gonna follow this, like...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Since this is an open door, can I get... Oh, you can't turn it back on, that's stupid.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I see traces of them everywhere, but they're just not here. La 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 la. Yeah, nothing cool. Intern, you're fired! You dropped it! And you still hate Mondays. I hate Mondays too. That's your only saving grace. You bastard.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But there's 2 doors. Why can't I have both? What's in here? God, when you leave your office, you should probably clean it up before you go. My coworkers are slobs. It's so bright out there that there is nothing seen. Or it's just a wall of light. That is annoying.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
What?
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Monday.
Stanley decided to go up to his
admin,
boss's office, hoping
Mondays,
he might find an answer there.
451's private time. Oh my god! Group 40, group 40. This got too small. Words.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
Hell?
He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
What? I'm gonna stand around some more, drink some water. Because I needed all that water. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Who moved my desk? Blech. What are your dreams for the future? Talk radio. My toast is a boat. Football. Comatose. Less air. Clear skin. Hope. Metamorphosis. Success. Lunch. Pollution? Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Boring. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, why would I do that? That doesn't... But it's so comfy in here. I can even close the door.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Don't tell me how to do stuff.
No reason to still be here.
The reason to still be here is to annoy the shit out of you. Maybe I just want to annoy you.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
The duct tape. I want all this stuff.
If there was something to interact
I need all this in my house.
Justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
You're doing sweet FA, all right? No one's dogging you. What's going on?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm standing in the broom closet because it's annoying you. Because that's how I do. I love how there's a mop bucket but no mop.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
But I like it.
I never would have thought to mention it.
This door is fun. This is my new best friend. I shall name him Tim.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Get it? Wow. I saw that was not correct.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
There's nothing wrong with drugs and hookers It's all because I have the cash.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What happens when I step out the hallway?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Fuck you.
You too?
Yeah, me too.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
You're an
Perhaps
invalid.
there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I'm not picking it up. You're being mean to me. You need to apologize. I'll wait for your apology. I deserve an apology, and if I'm not going to get it, fuck you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're mean to me. I don't want to follow what you said. There's a door down here. What is this? I want this fire hose. I can't have the fire hose. Is this a button? No button. Cardboard. Can I stand on it? I want to read that note. Why can't I read that note? I want to read the note. No, 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 no. No note. There's a car in here. I should follow his stuff, though. Fine, I'll do it your way, you sack of sacky sackness meanie pants. Ooh, what's over here? Executive bathroom. Oh, you can't put a sign up there and not let me in there, you jerk. I'm going to be so upset. I hate it when that does that. It's like, don't give me a choice or anything. Blah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Where are
Shocked,
you?
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
Why
who
can't I drink this?
orchestrated this.
I want to get
what
drunk.
dark secret was being held from him? What he
booze.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't pop it incredibly by simply pushing random buttons on the
I'm
keypad.
a genius.
Stanley happened to input the correct code
As in, I'm
by
the
sheer
genie
luck.
of the yes.
Amazing. He stepped into
smart.
the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, because this is how I do. Ooh, a button. Sparks? No sparks needed. No sparks needed. None of that.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel
Why wasn't he
now,
questioning this
when for
before?
years
I
it had
mean,
never
pressing buttons
occurred
all
to
day,
him?
every day
This
seems
question
like a
would not
really
go unanswered for
awful,
long.
terrible job. I don't know that I would even be able to do it for a couple weeks.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I see you. It says escape. But it says escape. In very crudely written handwriting, but I should follow the story. It looks just so promising. What? Is this a button? Give me the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I hope I have the strength to find out, but you know, whatever. Button? Oh, there it is.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
There's
Stanley's
my desk.
co-workers, the
Right
lives
there
of
in
so
the
many
middle.
individuals
That's
reduced to
my
images on a
desk.
screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, that's really depressing. That's creepy up there, that red one. What the hell is that over there? Number 28 had a weird screen. Oh. Give me the box of people with an arrow.
This mind-controlled facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Probably.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
I would
that his
doubt it.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe
Because I'm
it.
strong.
He couldn't accept
I'm a
it.
strong
His own
individual.
life in someone
No
else's
one
control.
controls me.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I guess.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's very possible.
But
Ooh,
here was
so
the
many
proof,
buttons.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
Recycling
content.
10.
Walking, eating, working, all of it
House.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his
Choice.
past began to
I
set
don't know
in,
what that is.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible
control
power
status
over
offline.
another human life. For
What all these
he
buttons look like.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's this stuff? I want to go down here. What's down here? A whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. I suppose I need to go over here to turn it off. But there's a button with a 5 on it. Doesn't do anything.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I can turn it off, and I can turn it on. That's an option. Here's my crisis. This is my first video, and I'm wanting to make it relatively easy to follow. But I can turn it on. I can turn it on. I'll turn it on later. Okay. I see that too.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
What's going on here?
Was it over?
Let's go. I see stuff here.
Yes.
What the?
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
That's
Freedom
big.
was
I
mere
see birds.
moments away.
Is that outside?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah, really, where
How
are
had
they?
he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Yeah.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
It matters
For it
because
was
where
not
are
knowledge or
those
even
people?
power
Are they
that he
dead?
had
Are
been
they at the
seeking,
bottom of this
but
endless pit?
happiness.
Did they
Perhaps
get
his goal
abducted?
had not been to
Did
understand,
the zombie apocalypse
but to
happen? And then I was
No
just like,
longer
hey,
would
you know
anyone
what?
tell
I'm
him
not
where to
gonna
go,
leave my room
what
and
to
I'm
do,
just gonna black out,
or
wake
how
up
to
later, and forget everything.
Whatever life
Like a
lives,
douche.
it will be
Like a
his.
total douche.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility
That's
of
actually
the
a
new
really cool
path
background.
before him.
That's really
This
nice.
was exactly the way right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah, they're not gonna happen like
Stanley
that next time.
was happy.
Stanley should have been named Richard. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is loading. What's going on here? Did it restart?
All of his co-workers were
you
gone.
bastard. Alright, I'm going to, I'm gonna do a couple, different versions of this game. Just a couple. Because I know that there are a lot of different endings, I can't remember how many. I'm going to try to start releasing videos once or twice a week. If I can, I'll start doing it at least every other day. I'm Rainbow Smash, and I hope you enjoyed my first video. If you didn't, don't watch any of my other stuff, because it's probably not going to get any better. No, probably not. Bye-bye!